Hello team, myself Vaishnavi and today I will explain about my demo number 4 and today I will explain about the Stripe integration project overview PIP. So what is Stripe? What is Stripe? So Stripe is in India we using we are using like PhonePe, then GPay. Also, we are using Paytm. Like only the UK market used Stripe integration, Stripe payment processing. So I will briefly explain about Stripe in this demo. So it is basically a payment system. It is payment system, and when e-commerce have to payment, they are talking to payment system, and payment system talk to payment service provider. So I will explain through the diagram. So yeah, I will open the paint. Here you can see the paint. Suppose I'll take it this, again this one, and this one. So yeah, this is e-commerce website. This is our payment system which we will build in upcoming sessions, and this is payment service provider, which is Stripe. So what we just said, that we'll write here, when e-commerce, we can use e-commerce as like as example we can say that it's Amazon website. So we can say that e-commerce is like Amazon, and when Amazon have to payment, they are talking to payment system, which will build through the coding, and the payment system will talk to the payment service provider. This is the flow. So here we can see that e-commerce, it's talking to the Amazon is talking to us, means payment system. We will build this using the uh, Java code, Maven dependencies, and Spring Boot tool, of course. And payment system then talking to the payment service provider. But what is this mediator? What is this connection through which we will connect to the each others, like e-commerce is connected to the payment system and payment system is connected to the payment service provider. There is a link, right? So this link is the API. This is the API. API. So I will briefly talk about API in this. So yeah, We are going to implement the Stripe service provider in this implement Stripe service provider and integrating with the third party, and we are a part of payment system, as we can say that because we can see that integrating with the third party, this is the third party. And we are part of payment system. This we will build. So yes, integrate with Stripe means payment service provider, and we are part of payment system. Yes. Okay, so how we will integrate this? So third party providers API integration documentation. So this Stripe is providing us this Stripe this is our Stripe, and this Stripe provides us API documentation, integration documentation. So we'll go through API integration documentation. So yeah, here is the website of HTTPS URL of Stripe documentation, docs dot stripe.com. So let's go on stripe.com. Here, Google Chrome. Stripe.com. Docs dot stripe.com. Here you can see the various components in this introduction: authentication, connected accounts, errors, expanding responses. So this is base URL. There is API reference. We don't need API, we just need docs dot stripe stripe.com. Okay, get started. This is Stripe documentation page. We'll be using that introduction. This is the Stripe API. You can see that various things in Stripe API. So money from customer account to Stripe account called checkout use case. Checkout. So here we can see that Stripe checkout. Explore Stripe checkout. Next, here you can see that it is a payment posted page. You can see that page. This is a Stripe checkout. We have said here you can see it is a payment hosted Stripe hosted page, an embedded form, and customized checkout, boost revenue. So what is checkout? Basically, the Stripe APIs is organized around REST. Our API has predictable resources oriented URLs, accepts from encoded request bodies, returns JSON encoded responses, and uses standard HTTP response codes, authentication, and verbs. So yes, here we can say that money from customer account to Stripe account, when we have to transfer the money, when we have to transfer the money from customer account to Stripe account, we called as checkout session. I already have my Stripe account, so we will see this account look like what. Checkout use case. So yes, let's go to my Stripe account. This is where I have bookmarks. No. Yes, and we will. Where is my Stripe? Yes, this is the home page of my Stripe account. You can see that this is what I have to explain. API reference and checkout. Then where is checkout? We find out the checkout session. This is the checkout. Sessions, where you can see the checkout sessions and create session. Yes, so here is a curl. We already know that what is the curl is used for run the, or you can use instead of the, as here is in Postman. It is the curl http api.stripe.com v1 checkout session. Then use it into Postman. And here are the items: line item 0 price, line item 0 quantity, mode payment. This is the we can say request, and this is the response. We can see that and in this response they provide us the URL. This is the URL we can use further in processing the Stripe account integration. This is the documentation of the Stripe which we can read, and from this reading documentation it will be used in our development process. So yes, then how checkout works. Let's see how checkout works. Here is I will explain step by step how checkout works. So first step is when customers are ready to complete their purchase, your application create a new sorry when customers are ready to complete their purchase, your application create a new checkout session. So when suppose we are talking about our Amazon purchase, and suppose I have purchased the one toy from the Amazon, and whenever I'm ready to complete my purchase or I'm ready to payment, my your application create a new checkout session. When customer are ready to complete your complete their purchase, our application means our payment application, payment processing, create a new checkout session. That means we'll create a new window which is a payment hosted page. New checkout session. What will be the next step? So next step will be checkout session provides a URL that redirects customer to Stripe hosted payment page. Checkout session. Already I have shown you that URL now. So that is the URL. Checkout session provides a URL that redirects customer to the Stripe hosted payment page. Customer to the Stripe hosted payment page. This is our second step. We'll see it in the paint step by step. After that, customers enter their payment details on the payment page and complete the transaction. So if I am a customer of that toy, and I will customer, I'll fill up my details. Customer enter their payment details on the payment page and complete transaction. So what is the last step then? Last step will be after transaction, a webhook fulfill the order using checkout session completed the event. After transaction, a webhook. Now, what is a webhook? We'll see that what is a webhook. But first, we'll write our fourth step. Fulfill the order using checkout session completed. Event. So that is the full process. Now we can see here we have said that when customer, here is customer, suppose like this star is our customer. Yes, this is our, sorry, this will be our customer. So this is the customer, and this customer have purchased something, and now he have to payment. Or then what happen when he's ready to complete their purchase, his application create this the payment, this application is created the new create a new checkout session. So suppose here is a new checkout session page, the e-commerce, from e-commerce side he will be directly passed into the new checkout session page. And after the checkout session provides a URL, so customer cannot see that the checkout session, but the payment system checkout session provides a URL that redirects customer. This customer is directly into the, this will be the, like we can say that this is the payment hosted page. This is the payment hosted page where we can see this is the payment hosted pages. Can see we have seen already the payment hosted page. Where we can see the payment hosted page in this payment hosted page. We can search from Google payment hosted page of Stripe. Google, it shows the payment hosted page documentation. Yes, you can see that this is the code of preview, that is create a checkout session Stripe docs. This is what we have to open actually, but we have opened another file, and this is the create checkout session. Yes, you can see here checkout session Stripe dashboard. We can go through the Stripe checkout session. Yes, this is the checkout session. These are the endpoints. This we can put into the Postman for the checkout session. This is the URL we get from the checkout session, and from that customer redirects into the payment hosted page. So we'll see how it looks like. Just your page. There is no payment checkout session, payment hosted page. I want to just show you that payment hosted page, how it looks. Shop Stripe. Yes, here you can see that this is the payment hosted page of the Stripe. it will be look like that only. This is, you can see that the pay and the Stripe entry, this is the name of the customer, then there is the information of the customer, this is the you can see that the payment method like card payment, or you can say here is, you see this is the cash, this is the amount. So yeah, this is the payment hosted stage, payment hosted page we are talking about. Then we are talking about the webhooks. What is webhooks? What is webhooks? Customer comes on Amazon. Suppose we are talking about Amazon. Amazon is our e-commerce website. Customers comes on Amazon e-commerce, talks to the payment system, and payment system talk to the Sprite. That is the create session. We have already talked about that. Customer comes on Amazon. This is our example. E-commerce. E-commerce talks to Stripe. I'm sorry. It talks to the payment system which we will build through the coding, and payment system talk to the Stripe. That is create session. Stripe gives us back redirection URL to the e-commerce site, and it redirects URL to the customer. So Stripe gives us back redirection URL to e-commerce, means Amazon or anything you can say. I'll take it as example site, and it redirects URL to customer. Now customer move to the Stripe hosted payment page. We have already said that this is Stripe hosted payment page. So customer directly comes into that page. Customer move to the with using that URL, Stripe hosted payment page. When payment completed, Stripe knows that. Not we will note that the first the payment is completed, because we are the payment system. We are not the third party, which is Stripe. So Stripe firstly know that. Stripe know that when payment is completed. When payment has completed. After that, Stripe gives payment system API calls. After all this process, Stripes gives us payment system API call. API call is called Webhooks. So you can see in this picture, this is the Webhooks. This is the Webhooks. Not that one, but yes, whichever Stripe gives us back from it, this will be the Webhooks. Webhooks is nothing but a URL. So we can see the sequence diagram of the Stripe integration. Let's ask the Google sequence diagram of Stripe integration. Yes, where is Stripe integration? Images. This is not. This is our Stripe integration diagram. You can see not exactly like this. We can go through the Stripe only. Some payment flow. Here it is not showing anything. And it's not showing this. Anyways, we'll simply ask to the Google. This is like all the images. This is kind of same as in the document. So here you can see the client, it sent order information. After that, here is the server. Then here is, we can say, the checkout session created. After that, the flow is redirected to the return checkout session. After that, redirect customer to the URL from the checkout session. Customer complete the payments, means redirect to the payment hosted page. Customer completes the payment. After that, customer returns to your application. And this is all the sequence diagram we have explained already in our notepad and in our this diagram also. So yes, after that, what is a create session? So create session, we can use this. What is create session? What is create session? docs.stripe.com API checkout session create. This will be the website. Control C. control Node font. We are in font. Okay, let's try with our account. Bookmarks. API. What is this? Checkout session, and what after that? Create. Again, check page not found. I think there is anything. No worries. And find there. Check out. Simply call this a checkout session. Here you can see docs.stripe.com API checkout session create. So yes, here you can see the curl request API stripe.com checkout session. This is the curl request and response. From this response we get this URL. You can see that this is the URL. Here from we need to read all these documents to understand the Stripe documentation, and yes, after that you have to code using Java and Spring Boot. So there are basically, here you can say the parameters, line items, make data, all these are included in this mode of the payment. Here you can see mode is equals to the payment, the mode of the checkout session pass subscription if the checkout include at least one recurring item. If there is anything wrong in this URL, we can here again we can come into this page, and from this information we can fix out the bugs from this URL. So yes, we are talking about, there are the main three services. First one is the validation service, then processing service, after that Stripe providing service. These are the three main services in this providers, in the Stripe providation services. We will work on the two systems in this project. We will work on two systems in this project as follows. First one is payment processing service. Payment processing service. And second one is Stripe payment provider, Stripe provider service. Stripe provider service. So this will be the service. Two software wants to talk to each other via API. What is API? Two software talks to each other via API. So this is the working of the API. And what is the microservices? Code breakdown. There is a no the entire big code. This code we will be cutting down or cutting down the breakdown into small pieces. Code into breakdown into small pieces, small systems called microservices. So yes, this is the microservices, and this documentation of the Stripe help team to build the software to the coding, and we have to understand that documentation. So yes, here is the total overview of the Stripe for today. And yes, that's it for the today's demo. Thank you so much.